Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I'm talking about how to control a noisy class. How to control a noisy class. So some of these classes can get very noisy. Would you sit down? Would you sit down? Class, will you keep quiet? Class! Class! Yes, it can get that bad, and not even the presence of a teacher can stop them. But when that happens, this is the method that can get them quiet and get learning again. Let's get into it. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and let me know what you think. And some of the kids can get naughty, that they can get you, but they'll pretend not to get you, and so they will continue to do what they are doing. But this is the trick that worked for me. So number one is there are certain arrangements, very important. So you notice that some of the kids, they have some people they sit with, and when they sit with these people, they make a lot of noise, especially their friends. They will tend to make a lot of noise. All that you need to do is to change their certain position. And when you change their position, some of them will want to resist. We want to resist moving from their changing position. Be straight on them and insist that they go to where you want them to sit. So I had that problem initially. I wanted to be very nice, very fun, and so I would tell them one or two things, and this case they wouldn't do it, and I would just leave them. But I realized almost all of the kids took advantage because one was not moving. Now it became the order of the day. So now I had to change my method, and I insisted that that kid moved. And I tell you, in my secondary class, from there, I became very comfortable. Like I had a good day that day. The class was very smooth. I was able to run the class, and I felt good myself that very day. And so first thing to check is their sitting position, the places they sit. So just come through while they make noise and they're not hearing anything. Just look at them. You see that certain groups, certain people make those noise and make the class unteachable. Just change their sitting position and you will thank me. You come and thank me. So that is number one position to keep the class going. Now number two is eye contact. And so when you find a particular, in a class, you find just one kid or just sometimes two disturbing, making the whole noise in the class, causing commotion. Just two kids are just destroying everything in class. And sometimes it's a problem. And they do this, they hide from you. So what you need to do is that when you see this kid, just look into their eyes, eyeball to eyeball. Look into the eyes of that kid, and trust you with me, that kid is instantly going to stop. If he doesn't stop, continue to look into the eyes for some time. Now, when all the kids see that you are looking into one direction, they are all going to keep quiet and they are going to move on, and your class is going to run smooth. So, sit in position and look into the eye. So my third point is call and response. So in my class, I mostly do this call and response, and I think it works. So once they are making noise, the whole class, we just have it. So what I say is that class, and then they respond, yes. I have trained them. So once I say I make the call, they make the response. Class, eyes on, eyes on. And once they make the response, the class keeps quiet. In the class, keep quiet. I'm able to continue my lesson. So call and respond. You can create anything, and they respond. Just create anything. Call and response, and I bet you are going to thank me for this too. So that's number three. So number four. So another important thing to do is always create competition between the class, and so group them into teams like A, B, C, or whatever you want to group them. Give them mark for any good thing or any answer they give, and deduct mark for anybody who misbehaves from part of the groups. And this can actually help control the class. In fact, when a student tries to misbehave, the group members are going to call that student. Yes. If your kids become extremely violent, uncontrollable, sometimes they can get very uncontrollable. You control these kids, and in fact, they get out of your hands. The kids can get out of your hands to the extent that anytime you are going to that class, it becomes a nightmare. Yes, it happens. It happens. It has happened to me before. So I had certain secondary classes. It was my last class, and anytime I'm about to go to that class, oh my God, it becomes a nightmare. I need to put strategies together. And most of these classes are just being disturbed by sometimes just one student or two. So I had to take some drastic measures to end this. So one of the measures I took was I walked two of the students out of my class. I walked them out. I walked. In fact, it was a very hard decision to take. These two kids were just disturbing the entire class and making the class unteachable. And these kids have paid money to. If you don't teach them, you are failing. And so I took that drastic and bold measure, walked them out of the class. And since then, oh my God! So I walked them out for like they stayed out for like 5 to 6 minutes. Yeah, 5 to 6 minutes. The whole class went dead silent. Everybody was quiet. I'm sure they would have said, "Hey, is that how this teacher is? The way he's been playing with us?" I'm sure that was what they were thinking. So that was it. I walked one out and two of the kids out, and in 5 minutes I brought them in, and they never misbehaved again. So the next thing is very recalcitrant students. So I make them face the wall. They don't kneel down, no, but they just stand and then they face the wall like this. Like I have example here. So these are very recalcitrant students. Nothing is stopping them. I just make you, and sometimes they'll do something once. I warn you twice. I warn you third time. You go and then lean against the wall like this, face the wall, and don't look. Listen to what I'm teaching, but face the wall. And I did it, and I think it also helped the class, and it helped. Yeah. So the other thing is the use of the laser. So once in the public schools, the kids can be a lot. You can also try the laser. It's not very expensive. So I use the laser for two things. I use it as a pointer when I'm doing my class and presenting on PowerPoint. I use the laser, so I can be in their mid walking through, and then if I want them to read something, I'll be pointing with the laser. So once I point and I see somebody at the extreme end making noise or somebody who is distracted, I'll just point the laser on the person's hand. Once the person sees the laser, the person will switch back and will follow. So guys, these are the tips to have a good class. If I have left something out, you can write it in the comment box. I may have left something out, so don't forget to write it in the comment box, and let me also know where you are watching me from. I have observed I have some viewers from America, some from Canada, and all of these African countries, and Vietnam. Let me know where you are calling from. Don't forget to leave comments, and then if there is another method, I know there are teachers who are more experienced than me, you can also share your comment in the comment section, and I think we can do that another time. So if you have experience, let know. You don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget that subscribing motivates me to do more. So guys, these are my points for ensuring a convenient class and a good class. See you next time.